So I rode over here to our land in this other county that y'all seen me spray. The spray did real well on the roads and stuff like that, and even like this around the shooting house here, everything's dead around it where I sprayed it, and those guns, it killed them good. You see that pine right there? That bar is 10 inches. That thing's a little bit bigger than 10 inches. If you hadn't, video's only been, ain't even been running 2 minutes yet right there. So if you had to use that to cut something like that large, it'll do it. It'll show flat do it. You see how this road's tunneled down through here? I can't stand that. It drives me nuts. So it looks a lot different than what it started out as. Thing's pretty light too, man. It ain't nowhere near like running a normal gas powered one. Alright, so there's some bumblebees. Y'all check this out. Y'all hear them? They're in that back corner back here. That's where they're at. See that one corner? That whole pile right there is nothing but a bumblebee nest. Alright, so what I've got is, I've got a fogger here, and we're about to set her off in here, and we're going to shut the door. And then leave it. I don't get, this is not one of my shooting houses, but I don't get people who leave all their trash in these shooting houses and stuff. So, here we go. Alright, so we'll come back later. Just leave it just like it is. Let's see if there's any up under it. I don't see any. Okay. Time to plant now. I'm gonna set my camera up here. Let y'all watch me mix it again in the cedar. Make sure it's closed. Yeah. She's good. Check one more thing. Yeah. There we go. Alright, we're good to go now. Okay, I just got this field done right here. I'll do y'all a quick story time real quick while I'm here to kind of add a little bit more to this video because I'm kind of in a hurry. I got 2 more fields to do and then I'll be done. So this is our land over here. You can see it's all pines. There's not a hardwood in sight. Okay, see the difference over here. This is the adjoining landowner right here. Solid hardwoods with just a few pines in it. That property happens to belong to the state of Mississippi. The property line is the state line. So if you stand right over here, you can put 1 foot in Mississippi and 1 foot in Alabama. Pretty simple to tell the difference, right? Big giant hardwoods. Look at that big monster white oak right there. Pines. Hardwoods. Pines. Pines. Hardwood. Ours. Theirs, right? Okay. So we've confirmed that. All right. So 3 years ago, see, I think maybe 4 years ago, they changed the laws in both states. In Alabama, you could hunt over a feeder, but it had to be 100 yards away from you and out of sight. It had to be behind something or some bushes or something. It had to be something natural. You couldn't have like a tarp up or anything like that. Okay, so Mississippi decided they'd do the same thing, except theirs, it had to be 100 yards and it could be where you could see it. But the difference between Mississippi and, well, the other difference between Mississippi and Alabama is Mississippi has a law that you can't put a feeder within 100 yards of a property line, but that only applies for Mississippi. It does not apply for Alabama. Okay, so with that being said, I was over here and put up a brand new feeder down here. Remember, you in Alabama, you can put a feeder right on the property line. It does not matter. They have no law against that. It just had to be 100 yards out of sight. So I put a feeder down there. It used to be a big tree down there where that bushes is, and I had the feeder down there on the other side of it, hidden behind all that mess. Brand new feeder. Had a camera on it. Well, started noticing I was missing days on the camera. I was like, what the heck? I just thought it was dead-gum multi-camera. Those things, sometimes they don't hit on too much, and I didn't think too much about it. So, Kevin and Philip happened to be in that shooting house right there one Saturday morning. They was in that one. I was in one way back yonder, about 3/4 of a mile back. Kevin texted me and he said, dude, the game wardens just came from Mississippi into Alabama and they just took your feeder and your camera both. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, man, they just took that. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So anyhow, they thought, the game wardens thought this was Mississippi and that we had it on their property. Big giant hardwoods, pines. Hardwoods, pines. This field has always been here ever since before we had it. And so anyhow, long story short, feeder was brand new, full of corn. They tried to tote it off the field and they dropped it over and busted the feeder. Dumped all the corn right over there. There's 200 pounds of corn. They dumped, I'm talking brand new. So, they confiscated the stuff. It took about another month. They had to give it all back. They ended up meeting with the Alabama game wardens over here. And they thought that since they figured that Alabama had the same law that Mississippi did, that you had to be 100 yards off the line. The Alabama game wardens told them, said no. Said, what they're doing is fine. I have no problem with it. This is Alabama, that's Mississippi. That feeder can sit right on the line. Doesn't matter. So they had to buy me a brand new feeder to replace the one that they busted. We almost done. I got a little bit left in the spreader and I'm just basically just running it on out. Worked out pretty good. Love these lanes like this right here. And this place here this year, since everything's greened up the way it is gonna be right. I mean, oh, dude, they got plenty of cover now. Let's see if I make this turn. They got plenty of cover to wander around in. Oh yeah. I'm gonna come back. I got a little bit more work to do over here, not just trimming limbs. I'll be over here next weekend. If it's not raining or something, and bunch of pruning on some limbs on some of these lanes and stuff. I don't like for nothing to be in the way of my bullet. If I need to shoot, you know what I mean? And there's some in the way here. See those right there? Down through there. I gotta open that up a little bit. Let's see what she looks like now. It ought to be about out. Yeah, it's about out. Good deal. Alright, perfect. Yeah. That's a big shooting house right there. We're gonna go through the bushes over here. I think I can get back to the road. I need to disengage this PTO here on this thing. Let's see. I'll leave it on until I get all the way out. Maybe all this stuff will shake out. I've had this spoiler. It's a 2003 model. We got it new in 03. Man, I have run it doing this kind of stuff like this. Had to run it in low. I think I didn't bush hog this year, but I think I can get out through here. We'll ease down over this terrace. This used to be an old cornfield right here. That's what this used to be. I think it was a I think it was a 36-acre cornfield that we planted in these trees. See, here's another terrace I'm coming up on right now. Right there. When Daddy bought it back in 94, it had corn on it then, and that was the last year it had corn on it, and we planted it. Okay. And this is where it's gonna get a little sketchy right here. Alright, I'm gonna put the camera down. I think I can get my way up there here, maybe.